Well, this is mostly just an update video. I've been out here doing a little bit of weeding, and by weeding, I've not actually been weeding. I've just been cutting a bunch of big weeds off all above the root. My son was helping me a little bit earlier too. These guys, especially back behind the workshop area, they've been trying to take over again. We've mowed through them a couple times. This thing's growing nicely. These will have big old cute looking flowers once it starts to bloom. So I'm glad I put that in last summer, and I was a little worried, but it's doing well now. So I think this one is white or pink flowers, and then we have a couple with red flowers out towards the road that aren't doing quite as well, but they're now growing, so I think I don't need to be too super concerned about them. Here's the stalks from last year, big hollow things. We do have growth going on here, and same thing over here. Got one that's a little bigger, and then we've got a couple more that have popped up. Yeah, here they are, that are a little smaller. So these ones are growing. These were put in at the same time as that one, and we're about the same size. So these ones aren't doing as well, but they are growing. So they're alive. That counts. These ones here, the birch trees, I think I might have some of those trying to come up behind the workshop. So you can see what these look like. These are a little bigger. But like when they're little, they look like this. I'm going to go compare that to what I was looking at back there. Oh, update on the poor little tree from my dad's house. It's got growth. So it looks like it's gonna pull through. It's got a little bud right here on this side, there. Poor thing doesn't know what to focus on. Anyways, you can see that. We were over there today, visiting again for Father's Day. By the time I post this, it'll probably be well after Father's Day, but we went there on Father's Day and we picked up another little one, just in case that one doesn't make it. So we may have two. Cat's being cute. Alright. We've got stuff growing up in the garden here. It's looking pretty good. Got a lot of bug activity. So that's not the greatest, but I mean, we're just getting going. We'll worry about that another time. Bamboo are still growing, still struggling a little bit. Some of them more than others. Some of them look just fine. You know, one still looks dead, but I'm hoping the roots are still good and it'll put up shoots again next year. If not, that will really suck. But most of them are at least looking alive. Back here is where I was doing most of the weeding, chopping these guys off. They're growing real big, real fast. They're not taking any time at all to get big. And I didn't dig them up. I didn't dig out the roots yet. At some point I'll do that, but I guess these are different. The shapes of the leaves are different. I was gonna say, I thought the birch was putting trees back here, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. As you can see, this stuff was just growing real fast. Real big, real tall, real fast, and it's real spiky. So, just got a ton of it trying to grow through here. I cut these a little lower. At some point I'm going to need to actually dig them out, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm just going to cut them instead. These guys are so big. This one's not even the biggest. They grow fast too. They pop up in no time. Anyways, I'll have to check on those trees to see if they're it's growing way faster than the others. The leaves are a different shape. I think it's something different. But stuff just growing like crazy back here. Oh, and I was chopping some of this stuff down, these guys. I don't actually mind how they look, but they're just growing everywhere. And they're growing fast. Again, like the other ones, they're just shooting up really, really fast. So, I already severed this one. Just sitting there. Anyways, I may trim those a little bit more. I don't know. I like this one. I don't know what this one is, but it's really pretty. So I'm going to try to leave that one if I remember when I'm coming through here to clear more stuff out. Oh yeah, there's more of them over here. They're real graceful. I like how they look. They got kind of a rose pink color to them a little bit. And when I come through here and dig a bunch of stuff out, I may leave those because they're really pretty. They're probably invasive. I may end up having to remove them at some point, but I figure if we're going to have something taken over here, might as well be something that looks cool. I do have this big old thistle growing. I'm leaving this one because I'm hoping it'll put out flowers. Thistles make beautiful flowers. So it'll probably get dug up at some point, but for now we'll leave it alone. And this guy I'm going to trim. We don't need this growing here. Anyways, it's just an update. I did some trimming on the willow tree. It had some sections that were dead, so I trimmed all the dead stuff off, and then I trimmed stuff that was coming out real low here. I trimmed all of that. That's what all these are here. So got a little bit of trimming, and I should be doing well. I was debating trimming those low ones off. I was originally thinking about leaving them, but I feel like it would just potentially cause issues for the tree later if they break off and then they're open wounds. It could be a point for bugs or infections to get in there. So I went ahead and trimmed it. This one's been not looking too great. So this one I put in. It was one of the first ones I put in, and it's survived, but I don't know if it's not getting enough water. I've actually been meaning to water it more. I watered it this week, and yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but it's struggling. So I'll give it more water, see if that helps. If not, hopefully it pulls through. It was just, we thought it looked cool. Wouldn't be the end of the world. It does have new growth. It's got all these light spots. it is growing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I'm worried about it. It's been looking a little rough and it's been getting a little worse over time, so that's that. And then the latest thing we put in here is these trees. For the most part, they're looking pretty good. These are the walnut trees. But one of the ones over here on the other side is it's not doing so hot. It's not necessarily dead yet, but it's not looking good. I'm actually going to cut those leaves off of there in the hopes that it can get some new growth without these holding it back. So hopefully that isn't dead and it manages to start putting out some new growth, but it's not looking too hopeful. It's looking really, really rough. This one's doing a little better. Not quite as good as the ones on the other side, but it's doing all right. I've been watering these ones pretty good. Not perfect, but I've been giving them water at least once a week. A couple times a week, maybe. I'm doing a little better than I have with most of the other ones. They've been getting water, but that one is just struggling. It might not make it, but the ones on the other side are looking really healthy. They're looking really promising, so at least I'll have those. And this one here is going to survive. There's a chance this one will still pull through. It'll be able to put out some growth and be all right. It was pretty gravelly here. I put it real close to the driveway, and the ground was pretty gravelly. That may be part of the problem. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to call that for today. Just an update. Yeah,